Top 3 plant-based proteins to fight arthritis naturally. Ease pain and inflammation. If you've been waking up with stiff joints, aching knees, or hands that just won't move like they used to, this video may change everything for you. Many seniors struggle with arthritis, but very few realize that food, not pills, could be the missing key. Today, we're sharing 3 powerful plant-based proteins that are backed by science, gentle on your body, and proven to help reduce joint pain and inflammation naturally. These aren't trendy health fads. These are everyday foods that are affordable, easy to prepare, and surprisingly effective for long-term relief. So, if you're tired of relying on medications that offer only temporary comfort, or if you've been searching for a simple, natural solution, this video is for you. Stay with us because by the end, you'll have 3 practical, delicious options you can start using right away. And they might just give your joints the healing they've been waiting for. If that sounds like something your body could use, make sure to stick around, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe for more trusted health tips made just for you. Now let's dive in and discover what these healing foods really are. Part 1. Lentils. Let's begin with one of the most powerful, underrated foods sitting quietly in your pantry. Lentils. You may have passed them in the grocery store 100 times, but today, you're going to see lentils in a completely new light. These tiny legumes are more than just soup ingredients. They're one of the most nutrient-dense, joint-friendly, and affordable plant-based proteins on the planet. If you're living with arthritis, this food could become one of your body's best allies. What makes lentils so special? It's not just one thing. It's the way they deliver a combination of nutrients that your joints are literally begging for. Let's talk about magnesium first. Most people don't realize this, but magnesium is a natural anti-inflammatory. When you eat foods rich in magnesium, you're helping your muscles relax, easing nerve tension, and calming those painful flare-ups in your knees, hands, or hips. If your joints feel stiff and inflamed, magnesium is your friend. And lentils are packed with it. But that's just the beginning. Lentils are also rich in potassium, a mineral many older adults are unknowingly low in. Potassium helps balance sodium in your body. When your sodium is too high, your body holds onto fluid, and that can lead to swelling, especially around the joints. If you've ever looked at your knees or ankles and wondered why they feel puffy or tight, a potassium deficiency might be part of the problem. Lentils help restore that balance. They support healthy fluid movement in your body, reduce bloating, and lower joint pressure naturally. Now here's something you may not expect. Lentils are fantastic for your blood sugar. Why does that matter if we're talking about arthritis? Because high blood sugar levels contribute to chronic inflammation, and inflammation is the root cause of arthritis pain. The fiber in lentils slows down digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and reduces inflammatory responses. That means fewer spikes in your energy, fewer crashes, and more steady comfort in your joints. You may not feel it after one bowl, but over time, your body will thank you. And then there's folate, also known as vitamin B9. This is a silent hero for people over 60. Folate helps lower levels of homocysteine, an amino acid that can accumulate in your blood and increase inflammation. High homocysteine is linked not only to heart issues, but also to joint damage. Lentils contain a generous amount of folate, and eating them regularly is like giving your joints a soft, daily cushion of protection. It's a small act of care that adds up in a big way. But let's move beyond the science for a moment. Let's talk about taste, comfort, and simplicity. Because the truth is, even the healthiest food doesn't help if it's hard to prepare or bland on the tongue. That's why lentils are so remarkable. They don't require soaking like many other legumes. You simply rinse them, boil them for 20 to 30 minutes, and they're ready to enjoy. They're soft, comforting, and absorb flavors beautifully. You can add garlic, herbs, olive oil, lemon, anything you like, and they become a warm, healing dish that feels like a hug from the inside out. Imagine a cool evening. You sit down with a bowl of lentil soup. Steam rises from the bowl, carrying the scent of rosemary and thyme. You take a spoonful. It's soft, savory, satisfying. In that moment, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're feeding your joints, your bones, your overall well-being. That's what lentils do. They nourish you on every level. Still not convinced? Let's talk about how versatile they are. Want something light? Add lentils to a salad. Looking for something hearty? Make a lentil stew. Want a plant-based option for tacos or burgers? Lentils are perfect. They're one of the few foods that can easily replace meat without sacrificing flavor or protein. And they're a wonderful choice if you're trying to cut back on red meat, which we know can worsen inflammation in many seniors. And let's be honest, at this stage of life, convenience matters. You don't want to spend hours cooking. You want simple meals that work with your energy, your time, and your budget. Lentils check all those boxes. They're affordable, they last long in your pantry, and they can be cooked in one pot with minimal cleanup. Now, let's talk about what this means for you. If you start incorporating lentils into your meals just 2 or 3 times a week, you could begin to feel a shift in your joints, your energy, your mood. It won't be overnight, but your body will notice. Less stiffness in the morning, easier steps in the afternoon, less reliance on over-the-counter pain meds, more confidence to move, to walk, to live fully again. Because aging doesn't have to mean accepting pain. It doesn't mean giving up your freedom. Sometimes the most powerful changes begin with the smallest foods. And lentils, humble, inexpensive, unassuming lentils, might just be the healing step your body needs today. So if you haven't tried them in a while, give lentils another look. Try a new recipe. Add them to your shopping list. Keep a bag in your kitchen for easy access. And when you eat them, know this: you're not just filling your belly, you're giving your joints a fighting chance. You're choosing healing, one bite at a time. Part 2, chickpeas. Now let's talk about a food that's often overlooked: chickpeas. You might know them as the main ingredient in hummus, but these little legumes offer much more than a tasty dip. In fact, if you're over 60 and struggling with joint stiffness or inflammation, chickpeas might be the missing piece your body needs. They're not just food. They're powerful, natural medicine that's gentle, affordable, and backed by science. Here's the truth: chickpeas are a plant-based powerhouse, loaded with nutrients that directly support joint health. They're rich in plant protein, which helps repair and rebuild tissues in your muscles, cartilage, and bones. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, and the joints begin to wear down. But when your body gets enough clean protein, especially from gentle sources like chickpeas, you give your joints the building blocks they need to stay strong and flexible. And unlike red meat, which can increase inflammation, chickpeas are anti-inflammatory by nature. But there's more. Chickpeas are packed with polyphenols, natural antioxidants that fight oxidative stress. What does that mean for you? It means chickpeas help neutralize the unstable molecules that damage your cells and fuel joint inflammation. If you've ever felt your knees flare up on cold mornings or after a short walk, oxidative stress might be to blame. Chickpeas quietly work in the background, reducing that damage and giving your joints the break they desperately need. And here's something even more surprising: chickpeas are a good source of vitamin C. Most people think of oranges or citrus, but chickpeas hold their own. Why is that important? Because vitamin C helps your body produce collagen, the soft, cushion-like tissue that allows your joints to move smoothly. When collagen breaks down with age, your joints can become stiff, noisy, and painful. But giving your body more vitamin C through natural foods like chickpeas helps protect your cartilage and preserve your mobility. There's another nutrient hiding in chickpeas that makes them truly senior-friendly: magnesium. This mineral is essential for relaxing tight muscles, soothing nerve pain, and promoting better sleep. If you often feel tightness in your back, shoulders, or hips, or if you wake up tired and achy, your body may be lacking magnesium. Chickpeas offer a natural, gentle source that works with your body, not against it. Plus, magnesium also supports bone health, which is critical as arthritis often affects both joints and bones together. Now let's talk about fiber. Chickpeas are one of the best fiber-rich foods you can eat. Why does that matter? Because fiber helps regulate blood sugar, and stable blood sugar levels help reduce inflammation. If you've ever felt more achy after a sugary meal or a high-carb snack, that's not in your head. It's your body reacting to the spike in glucose, which fuels inflammation. Eating chickpeas helps keep your blood sugar steady, reducing overall pain and supporting smoother movement. And don't worry about how to prepare them. Chickpeas are incredibly versatile and easy to use. You can buy them canned or dry. If you're short on time, canned chickpeas just need a quick rinse. Toss them into salads, soups, or stews. Roast them in the oven with olive oil for a crunchy snack. Or make a chickpea curry with turmeric and garlic, two other powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients. You can even blend them into smoothies or bake them into gluten-free muffins and breads. They don't just support your joints, they fit beautifully into your lifestyle. Let's not forget one of the most important benefits: affordability. Eating for joint health shouldn't break the bank. Chickpeas are low cost and available at nearly every grocery store. You don't need to buy expensive supplements or specialty items. One small bag of dry chickpeas can last you several meals. And they store well in the pantry, ready whenever you are. For seniors on a budget, that matters. You deserve nourishment that's both healing and practical. Now picture this. You're at home. It's a quiet afternoon. You've made a warm chickpea stew with carrots, onions, and a touch of turmeric. The aroma fills the kitchen. You take a bite. It's hearty, satisfying, and you know deep down that this food is doing more than just filling your belly. It's calming the fire in your joints. It's helping your body heal from the inside out. That moment is more than a meal. It's a step toward freedom from pain. So what happens when you add chickpeas to your diet a few times a week? Over time, you may notice less swelling in your knees, easier movement in your hands, and more energy throughout the day. You might find yourself walking further, sleeping better, or simply enjoying life with less discomfort. Chickpeas don't promise a miracle, but they offer something just as valuable: consistent, natural relief without side effects or confusion. If you've never tried them, now is the time. Keep a few cans in your pantry. Explore a new recipe, add them into your routine, and notice the difference. Because at this stage in life, every small decision matters. And choosing chickpeas could be one of the simplest, yet most powerful, things you do for your joints this year. Part 3. Tofu. Now let's talk about a food that's soft, humble, and surprisingly powerful: tofu. You may have heard of it, maybe even tried it once or twice. But what if I told you that this simple soy-based food could help reduce inflammation, ease arthritis pain, and strengthen your bones, all at once? If you've been looking for a gentle, plant-based protein that's easy to digest and packed with healing nutrients, tofu deserves your attention. First, let's clear up a common misconception. Tofu is not bland. It's a blank canvas. It takes on any flavor you add: garlic, ginger, lemon, herbs, spices. Whether you stir-fry it, bake it, or blend it into soup, tofu adapts beautifully. But flavor aside, the real magic lies in what tofu brings to your joints, bones, and body. Let's start with protein. As we age, muscle mass naturally declines. That means your joints work harder to support your body. When you lose muscle, you lose protection around your joints. Tofu provides all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair tissue, build strength, and support healthy movement. And because it's plant-based, it doesn't trigger inflammation like many animal proteins can. Tofu is made from soybeans, one of the only plant sources of complete protein. That means your body can use every part of it for healing. If you've been trying to cut back on red meat or processed food, tofu is a perfect substitute. It's light on your digestion, but strong on results. Now here's something that surprises many people. Tofu is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These are the same healthy fats found in fish, known to reduce inflammation, support brain function, and ease joint pain. For seniors with arthritis, omega-3s are a natural way to soothe swollen joints and improve flexibility. Eating tofu a few times a week gives your body a steady supply of these anti-inflammatory fats without the smell or texture of seafood. But tofu doesn't stop there. It's also a great source of calcium and vitamin D, 2 critical nutrients for strong bones. If you have arthritis, especially osteoarthritis, protecting your bones is just as important as protecting your joints. Many older adults turn to dairy for calcium, but not everyone tolerates it well. Tofu offers a gentle, dairy-free alternative that builds bone strength without causing inflammation. And here's something truly unique. Tofu contains isoflavones, natural plant compounds that act similarly to estrogen in the body. Why does that matter? Because estrogen plays a role in controlling inflammation. As we age, especially in postmenopausal women, estrogen levels drop, and inflammation often rises. Isoflavones help bridge that gap. They reduce swelling, ease stiffness, and may even improve joint function. It's like giving your body an internal ally that fights arthritis from the inside out. Let's talk about preparation. One of the best things about tofu is how easy it is to cook. You can buy it soft, firm, or extra firm, depending on how you want to use it. Soft tofu blends easily into smoothies or creamy soups. Firm tofu can be sliced, grilled, or stir-fried. And unlike meat, it doesn't need marinating for hours. Just a few spices, a hot pan, and 10 minutes later you've got a warm, protein-rich dish that supports your joints. Imagine this. It's dinner time. You've had a long day. You're tired, maybe a little sore. But instead of reaching for frozen meals or something heavy, you toss tofu into a pan with spinach, turmeric, and garlic. You serve it over brown rice. Simple, nourishing, healing. Every bite is filled with gentle power, supporting your joints, easing inflammation, and restoring energy. That's what tofu can do. Tofu is also budget-friendly and widely available. You don't need a fancy health food store. Most grocery stores carry tofu in the refrigerated section. One block can last 2 or 3 meals, and because it stores well, you can always keep one on hand for quick, nutritious dinners. It's one of the few foods that truly delivers both convenience and healing in the same package. And here's the most important part. When you eat tofu regularly, you give your body consistency. Relief from arthritis isn't about one magic meal. It's about the little choices you make each day. And choosing tofu, even just twice a week, can be one of those choices that adds up. Over time, you may notice your knees feel looser, your fingers less stiff, your sleep more restful, you move with more ease, more confidence, more life. If you've never tried tofu, now is the time. Start small. Stir it into soup, slice it into salads, cook it with vegetables. Keep it simple and listen to your body. You may be surprised by how much better you feel with just a few mindful meals. So give tofu a chance. Let it be part of your healing journey. Because at this stage of life, you deserve comfort. You deserve nourishment. And you deserve to move without pain. Your body has carried you through decades. Now it's time to give it the care it truly needs. If this inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from natural healing. And in the comments, let us know. Have you tried tofu before? What's your favorite way to enjoy it? We'd love to hear from you. Part 4. The Circulation Trifecta, a simple way to eat for joint and longevity health. Now that you've discovered the powerful benefits of lentils, chickpeas, and tofu, it's time to bring them together into a healthy, sustainable way of eating that truly supports your aging body. Think of these 3 as a circulation trifecta, a group of foods that, when combined into your weekly routine, can reduce inflammation, strengthen joints, and promote lasting energy. For seniors, the goal is not extreme diets or confusing meal plans. The goal is consistency. And these foods make that possible. Each one is affordable, easy to cook, and kind to the digestive system, which becomes more sensitive with age. Even better, they're naturally low in sodium, high in fiber, and rich in plant-based nutrients that help your body work the way it's supposed to. Let's break it down simply. Add lentils to your meals 2 to 3 times a week. Try them in soups or stews for warmth and comfort. Rotate in chickpeas. They make a hearty addition to salads, roasted snacks, or even homemade patties. And don't forget tofu, especially if you're trying to replace processed meats. Tofu can be grilled, baked, or stir-fried with anti-inflammatory herbs like garlic, turmeric, or rosemary. Even small adjustments, like replacing white rice with lentils once a week or tossing chickpeas into a veggie bowl, can create major improvements over time. These foods help regulate blood sugar, reduce painful swelling, and give your joints the daily nourishment they need to stay mobile. And that mobility is your freedom. You don't need supplements. You don't need complicated routines. You need food that works with your body, not against it. So give your joints a fighting chance. Let your plate become your medicine. Embrace these 3 powerful, healing foods and notice how your body responds with more energy, less pain, and a renewed sense of possibility. Aging doesn't mean slowing down. It just means choosing wiser and feeding your future with care. Thank you for watching. We hope this video gave you something simple, helpful, and hopeful to take with you. Today, you learned about 3 powerful plant-based proteins: lentils, chickpeas, and tofu. Foods that not only reduce joint pain and inflammation, but also help your body feel stronger, calmer, and more in control. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just try adding one of these foods into your week. Maybe a warm lentil soup, or a light chickpea salad, or a tofu stir-fry with your favorite vegetables. Let your meals become part of your healing. If you found this video helpful, please tap the like button. And don't forget to subscribe. We share natural health tips every week, made just for seniors like you. We'd also love to hear from you. What foods help you feel your best? Let us know in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else. Until next time, take care of yourself. Eat well, move gently, and remember, you deserve to feel good in your body, no matter your age. Wishing you strength, comfort, and peace.